Secrets of the security industry. Hello, my name is Joel Matos. I'm Vice President of AlphaCalibre Protections, AlphaCalibre Services, and Alpha Security Academy. Para mi familia latina, no se vayan. Por favor, busquen aquí abajo. Hay captions para que ustedes puedan seguir y aprender con nosotros. Thank you. So today we're going over an interesting topic. We're going to teach you some secrets of the security industry. We know in this channel, we have followers that are security officers, both in the United States and outside of the United States. These are secrets that no one's going to tell you, but things you learn with experience. The more time you have in this field, you'll learn a few things. So today we're going to talk about equipment, the importance of equipment. Why is the equipment so important? Well, quite frankly, it's the first thing they see. Your image, your presentation. It means a lot. A lot of security officers and some law enforcement officers don't put importance on their equipment and their image the way they represent themselves. So today we're going to talk of how equipment has changed, how equipment has modernized, and we're going to make a few suggestions of equipment. We have a security agency here in Orlando, and a very common thing that I ask anyone who I'm interviewing is, what equipment do you have? Bring your equipment. Whenever we call to schedule an appointment for an interview, we always ask for equipment. Why do we do that? Experience. Experience tells us that sometimes it looks good on paper. The person has experience, they're prior military, they're prior law enforcement. But when it comes down to equipment, by looking at the equipment, I could tell what kind of officer you are. How serious do you take this profession? I've had officers who have 20 years of experience, and I could tell by looking at their equipment. Is your equipment 15, 20 years old? Is it time to upgrade? Your handgun. Is your handgun adequate? Is it a good make and model? Is it modern to today's standards? So we're going to be talking about some of these things today. So here we have two handguns. We have a Taurus, old school, has the hammer, has a very hard trigger pull. Good gun, nothing wrong with it. Here we have a more modern gun. We have a Glock 45 MOS with optics on it. Optics has a low trigger pull and it has no hammer. So one is older, one is newer. They both work, they both function. But when you think about your equipment, which one is better? Not just about fitting in the holster, not just about being able to pull a trigger, but which one gives you more accuracy? Which one is more modern? Which one looks better? Aesthetically also matters. So think about law enforcement. Think about in uniform. When you're in uniform, you don't want to show up to work with a gun that's all scratched up, with a gun that's been around for 20 years. You have to modernize. Have a reliable handgun, but also have one that's presentable, have one that's modern. Nothing wrong with having a hammer, having a hard trigger pull, but of course, which one functions better, which one works better. This one is my personal carry. I carry this one every day, including when I'm working on duty. It goes in the holster. And I find that the optics gives you a big advantage. If you've never used optics, try it. See what advantage it could give you in the response time and being rapid and also hitting the target. Also shooting from longer distance. Great advantage. Versus using the iron sights. Takes a little bit more practice, a little bit more focus, and it takes more time to hit at a longer distance. But of course, both work. I wanted to show you the difference between old and modern. So here we have a holster. This holster is made for a duty belt. You can see it has a wide opening here. It's sturdy. But you could see the age of this holster. 10 years ago, this might have been considered a great holster. But by modern standards, this holster is worn out. This holster is overused. This has a strap here, but I would not consider this a modern holster. Many officers are working with equipment like this. Although it may function, it may work, it's not appealing. It does not look good. Looks cheap. I've seen officers work with similar things like this. It has a Velcro. It's out of shape. It's worn out. If someone in my agency has something like this, I would not accept it. Our clients demand more. When they see something like this, it shows the quality of the officer. This is an officer who is not investing in themselves. An officer that is okay with using equipment that is worn out. An officer that has the mentality of buying something once and thinking that it's going to last them forever. This holster needs to be thrown out. It needs to be replaced. Might be good for home or range time, but for duty and working in front of clients, I would not use this holster. Here you have a more modern equipment. This is my holster that I use on my personal setup. I have a basic setup. Other officers might have more loaded on their belt, but I prefer to have a minimal setup. I have the holster. It's retention that's required by law. It has the button right here. It's level 2. One recommendation I will make, it's a professional recommendation. Stay away with holsters that have retention on the outside. I'm talking about mechanical retention. Again, if you're viewing this is geared more towards officers, police officers, security officers that have these type of holsters that require retention. A lot of the outside mechanical retention holsters have been found dangerous because in the stress of the moment that you're pulling out, you might accidentally pull the trigger. So a lot of the holsters, professional holsters, have switched from this side to this side. So when you grip it correctly, it's going to hit that retention. But you can see the big difference. It's modern, it's sleek, it's professional, it has that clean look. It's not worn out. This holster will not only last you a long time, it's easy to maintain, it's easy to clean, and it gives a clean appearance, a clean look, a professional appearance. I recommend we get a custom fitted holster. This holster is molded specifically for the firearm that you carry. So this is a recommendation. I want to talk about the belt a little bit. My recommendation is to have at least one non-lethal option. So over here you can see I have the pepper spray. Here I have my magazines, of course, for the firearm, but that pepper spray is my non-lethal option so that I don't automatically have to go to the firearm. I have this option before I can go to the firearm. One thing I want to show you about the belt is the quality of the belt. When you grab a belt, does it bend? Does it flag? This belt stays clearly standing up. Other belts will bend and flag right away. Your belt should not be droopy. Your belt should not hang. Fully loaded belt and it stays straight. This is a quality belt. This belt has Velcro, so of course it has an inner belt that I have somewhere else. Old school is the keepers. When you see officers that have keepers, you know that that belt has been with them for at least 10 years. Any belt that's modern will not have keepers. It will have Velcro, and it's a good professional belt. Last thing I want to show you is body armor. This is an investment. How much is your life worth? A lot more than this body armor. You only have one life, so protect your life. One thing I want to show you is customize your equipment. I have here a handcuff key. These are small little details that you customize your equipment. Instead of relying on tiny little keys, I choose to have this. A lot more easier to do. Today I've shared with you some secrets of this trade. If you want to be considered a professional, then you must have professional equipment. You must have the image of a professional officer. Sometimes you might have an impressive resume, But if that image that you have does not match your resume, it will affect your performance at work. Will people take you serious? Will people respect you? Will you have the authority that the title commands? So please consider these facts. Please buy good equipment. Please invest in yourself. This is an investment. A lot of people might say, well, if I don't get paid well enough, then why should I buy equipment? That's the issue. If you don't have equipment, if you don't have the image, then you're not representing yourself, you're not representing the industry well, and you will not grow in this industry. So I hope you consider these thoughts. I hope you improve on these things. Thank you for joining us today.